Good morning, Christina. I'm Dr. Barbara Bruce. I'm glad to see you this morning.
Glad to see you too. Thanks for having me.
What brings you here today?
I've just been having lots of pain, and fatigue. I just got diagnosed with fibromyalgia.
Oh, goodness.
So,
How old are you?
21.
21. Have you had your symptoms for a long time?
Yeah, for a few years now.
Okay.
So, like 3 years.
Yeah. And I saw on your record that you've been going to the Student Health Center. Sounds like you go to UNF.
Yes.
And you're what year are you in
A
school?
junior.
Junior.
Yep.
Have they been of much help to you?
No, they haven't been much help. They basically just pushed me off, saying that it's probably nothing, maybe just depression, something like that.
Stress related.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
just school.
It's kind of frustrating when you don't feel good, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell me today, where is it that you're hurting?
Mostly in like my back and my neck, and then, otherwise just like normal like fatigue, like all the time.
Yeah, and I bet that's tough because did I read you that you're in pre-med?
Yes.
So that's pretty stressful.
Yeah, that's stressful enough. Yes.
Yeah. Have your grades been affected, do you think?
I would say so. Maybe not too much as to where I can't go to school, but enough to be concerned.
Yeah. So it makes it miserable. You still push through it.
Yes.
Your pain today, you said mostly in your back and in your legs?
Well, I do have some pain in my legs, but I said neck.
Neck and back are the biggest places. Could you rate that pain today for me, 0 to 10, with 10 being the worst pain ever?
I'd probably say 8.
8 right now, so it's a
Yes.
tough day today.
Yeah.
Is this a typical day?
It's pretty typical. It's usually, between like a 6 and an 8.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Do you have trouble, you said, with fatigue? Is that every day?
Yeah, that's usually every day. A good day, would be no fatigue, but that's typical.
Do you find that your sleep is disturbed?
Yes, I definitely think my sleep is disturbed. Like I usually don't either, sleep at all or sleep too much.
Do you have a feeling when you wake up that you haven't slept, that you don't feel refreshed?
Yes, no, that's definitely a major problem.
That's a hallmark of fibromyalgia too, along with the widespread pain, is it doesn't seem to matter whether you sleep 20 hours, people wake up and they feel that they haven't really slept. They don't feel refreshed.
Right, yeah.
Yep,
Still feel tired.
The sleep problems in fibromyalgia have been so significant that early researchers actually thought it was a sleep disorder. That's how much the sleep is affected in fibromyalgia, which I'm sure you're just learning about what this disorder is.
Yes.
Yeah. How about your thinking? Have you had any trouble with what we call brain fog?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Sometimes it's hard to focus in class. Just feel like I can't focus on like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Homework or whatever.
Sometimes people have trouble finding words, or they feel like they know they're articulate, but it's difficult for them to find the words they're looking for.
Right. Yeah. Just have to think about it for longer time.
And then, boy, being in
necessary.
pre-med, that's probably puts extra stress on you as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. How about stress? I mean, pre-med's pretty stressful. How about the rest of your life? Are you married?
Engaged.
Engaged. How was boyfriend? How was your significant other? How are they doing?
He's doing good.
Yeah. Relationship pretty solid?
Yeah, we've been together since I was 16. So.
Oh, wow. It's a long time. Yeah. Is he in school too?
Yep. He does go to school.
What's he studying?
He wants to be a radiology technician, so less
Nice.
school, but still.
Graduate, still he's got more to do.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are the same age?
Yep.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. How about where you live? Are you from this area?
From Jacksonville.
Do you live in a dorm? You have an apartment?
We have an apartment.
Okay. So you guys live together?
Yes.
Okay. So feel like the communication is okay?
Yeah, for the most part. Everyone has their problems, and
Sure.
this may be a factor as to why our communication is doing.
How about how does he react when you're not feeling good and kind of wiped out all the time?
He does the best he can to make me feel better, but
it puts a strain on a relationship, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which kind of brings me to how has your mood and spirit been through this?
Definitely down, not I'm usually pretty upbeat, but it definitely brings you down, a little depressed,
Well, I would imagine as you look forward thinking about becoming a physician, how are you going to do that if you're tired already, right?
Yes, yeah. That's
Yeah, so
definitely a concern.
it can make people feel very frightened about what's going to happen to them at really every age. But it is a disorder that affects people in certainly younger, but also middle age is really where it
Right.
hits mostly, and people are not expecting to not be able to do the things that they want to do. How would you rate your mood today, 0 to 10, if 0 were really depressed? What do you think your mood might be today?
Today, probably like a 5.
About a 5.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of discouraged?
Yeah, just being diagnosed with something that you're not even familiar with, and then just
Yeah.
looking to the future and trying to figure out
Absolutely.
what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Do you think that, does your mood ever get so low that you feel helpless?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I mean, not every day, but
So you worry that there'll be an answer for you, that you'll ever feel better?
right. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's no actual cure or anything. So
That is true, but we do have tools that can make you feel a lot better. We'll talk about those in a minute. But if I can just talk about your mood a little bit more, do you feel hopeless today?
mm, I guess so.
A little.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever thought that life wasn't worth living? Have you ever felt suicidal?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever attempted to hurt yourself or end your life?
No.
No. What stops you?
I'm just thinking about family, and how it would affect
Other people.
other people. Yeah.
Have you ever had any help for your mood? Have you ever been treated for depression
No,
by your primary care or by a psychiatrist? You ever seen a mental health person?
I have not.
You have not.
No.
They're not really been talked to anybody about how this has been affecting you.
No, not really. Just family. Not
Okay.
any.
All right. So you've never been in the hospital?
No.
Never made a suicide attempt?
No.
Why do I ask you about that? I want to tell you why I ask. I ask you about that because people are not just pain. They're human beings. You're human, and it does take a toll on your mood and spirit when you feel like you don't feel good and there aren't answers and doctors aren't maybe taking you seriously or have answers for you. Now, we love Dr. Wang, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is such a sweetie, and I'm sure he told you that we've got some really good tools for you, some good cognitive behavioral strategies that we teach in our class, and I think you're signed up for our class.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be great. Do you think boyfriend would come with you?
Yeah, if I asked them to.
We have family members come for free and loved ones because we know they're scared too and they don't know what's going on, and to get accurate information is important. Now, the one thing that I'll tell you, so I was recruited to build this class to come down from Minnesota, from the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. And the reason that the doctors and scientists wanted this class here in Jacksonville was that they wanted evidence-based, accurate information for patients with fibromyalgia, because there's a lot of misinformation about the disorder. And if you read about it online, it's really kind of scary and really awful. So we wanted to provide accurate information for you. So I will let you know, we don't have a cure. We know the natural course of this disorder. We've watched it for decades under different names. And what it seems to be is that it will wax and wane over the course of your lifetime until you die of old age from something else, we hope.
Yes.
Okay? Without research finding an answer,
Right.
although there's a lot of research going on right now to try to understand and find a cure. There, as Dr. Wang probably told you, only a couple of drugs that are FDA approved for fibromyalgia. And as the rheumatologists tell our patients, and Dr. Wang probably told you, they help about this much, and most patients don't tolerate them because of the side effects. So we're kind of left with these sort of lifestyle strategies that can really turn down your pain.
Right.
Did he talk to you about central sensitization?
No, he didn't mention that.
He didn't mention it. It's sort of the new understanding of what might be fueling fibromyalgia and some other chronic pain disorders. Something happening in the central nervous system that's really got you heightened in terms of your sensitivity to pain. But it's not just pain. It's exertion. It's medication. Have you had troubles with your tummy?
Yeah.
Yeah. About 50% of people with fibro have irritable bowel disorder. So you bet, right? So people's tummies are often upset. People don't tolerate light. They don't tolerate sound. They don't tolerate a lot of sensory input. And so we are researchers are just starting to understand what's happening in the central nervous system. So let me tell you, your pain is real. Your symptoms are real. And they have just been very, very difficult for doctors to treat over the years because they aren't sure what to do about it. Well, one of the things that I thought we might start with today, if I could, is maybe to teach you a little bit of relaxation.
Okay.
So there are a number of relaxation strategies. You probably heard of yoga. Maybe tried it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You heard of Tai Chi?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Which kind of focused on slowed movements. Yoga, the yoga I talk about isn't trapeze yoga or power yoga or hot yoga. It's the nice, quiet, calm, breathing yoga. We also talk about as a structured relaxation imagery where you may have heard of feel the warmth of the sun on your face. You're on the beach, that sort of thing. You kind of take your head to a better place.
Yeah.
There's progressive muscle relaxation where you tense and relax different muscle groups. They all get you to exactly the same place. They're all good. People just have different preference for why they like one or the other.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe we would just start with some diaphragmatic breathing today, which is pretty simple.
Okay.
So really in diaphragmatic breathing, what we're going to try to do is to focus your attention on your breathing. And what we know is that human beings who are normal have a lot of noise in their head. Okay? All the things you're worrying about. It could be exams that you've got. It could be the red light that's on in your car. It could be your boyfriend's exams that he's got going on. It could be that your dog isn't well. It could be all the things that are important in your life.
Right.
And we have them running all the time. And we move from one topic to the other. And depending on how intense one is or how urgent one is, we might have more trouble turning that one away. But we've got this noise going on all the time. When we do relaxation and even diaphragmatic breathing, what we're trying to do is to focus our attention just on our breathing and let all of that important stuff be still. When I tell you it's hard to do, it's hard to do because we're used to moving from one topic to the next, and we're problem solving, we're worrying, we're thinking, and all I want you to do is to say not now. So when you're doing your relaxation, all you're doing is you're saying to all of that noise, you're important, but not right now. It's also one of the number one things that happens when people can't sleep. They lay down to go to bed and their head goes bing.
Yeah, that happens
Absolutely.
frequently.
And so we can use a similar strategy to fall asleep because it takes on average about 10 minutes of unimportant thought to fall asleep. But the people who have insomnia, and there are a lot of people in this country that do, they lay down to go to bed and their head just takes off. And they're too tired to make it be quiet. So it really takes control. So what I'd like you to do is as you're focusing on your breathing in a minute, when those thoughts come into your mind, like, where's my car parked? What do I need to do now? What am I going to have for dinner? I just want you to gently just go back to your breathing. Gently. People talk about it as if you're taking a child by the hand. If you get really mad at yourself and frustrated because you're not focused, you're dumping stress hormones and you're actually going in the wrong direction.
Right.
So you don't want to get too frustrated. You just want to be able to just gently bring it back to your breathing. What we say is it's like riding a bike. So you have to practice it for it to be able to be easier for you. And then there are days that are high intensity and it's still hard. So would you like to try?
Sure.
Okay, all right. If you don't mind, can you put your feet on the floor? There you go. Okay. And just put your hands just nice in your lap. What I'm going to ask you to do is put one hand on your tummy now and one on your chest. And I want you to take a deep breath so that your tummy pokes out, not your chest. You want to try that? There you go. Let's try it again. Okay, not your chest, more about your tummy. So you're taking a nice deep breath.
Is your tummy supposed to go out after?
Yeah. We tend to be chest breathers because people don't want to poke their tummy out, and that we're not getting that nice deep breath. So what you want to do is to be able to take a nice deep breath and be able to hold it and come back, really to maybe the count of 4.
Okay.
So let's try that. Let's just close your eyes. I just want you to focus on your breathing, in and out of your nose, nice and deep. And as your mind is busy, just let it gently bring it back to your breathing and focus on your breathing. And you can certainly put your hand down when you're ready so it doesn't make you too tired. I'll be quiet for a minute and let you breathe. How was it easy or hard to focus on your breathing? Did you find those thoughts kind of being intrusive?
Yeah, it's pretty challenging to just let go of everything,
Okay.
Lots of thoughts.
So what I'd recommend to you is that you actually try it and work up to 20 minutes twice a day, where you're just giving your nervous system that opportunity to really calm down by not having all that challenge and just being able to focus on what I would call something unimportant.
Okay.
Breathing's important, but not in
Yes.
this way, to
Right.
slow it down.
Okay.
That sound okay?
Yeah.
You think that would be hard to find time to do that?
Not for 20. Well, not really. No.
Okay.
I'm sure I could find
Okay.
some downtime to do that. Yes.
Okay. And what we want to do is we want to bring that stress level down. We know that it has effects on pain, and we know that it has effects on stress. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Very nice to meet you.